video more than a little bit fucking Freddie Mercury tonight. Except I have broken free. Well, I thought fucking skirts got me a lot of attention, but wigs get me more. It's been quite an awesome day actually, hair-wise. This was an impulse thing, like last night. I don't know if I mentioned it in the video. I was gonna, but I thought no. Try and not say anything. So I don't know if I can't even remember if I managed it or not. But yes, I've now got 4 more coming tomorrow, and I've had a website like recommended by 4 different girls, and I'm like, okay, I will look on there. But I'm a little bit scared because I think I may just go a little bit mental. But fuck it. So what? It's Someone asked me earlier, "Are you going to cut your braids off?" And I was like, at first, absolutely not. But even by this evening, I'm going, well, you know, maybe. But I'd want to have them put back in, like, within a year or something. So, like, need to have them taken out carefully and preserve as much of the hair as there is, and then just slick that back and let it grow. So it can be put back in, because it's kind of like, that's my hair, as it were. That's my hair. But, like, who wouldn't feel fucking good? I was literally, like, walking along in the sunshine, in women's clothes, getting, like, there was one point, there was like 4 or 5 cars came around the corner as I was walking along from the bus stop, from the bus station, and there was like 1 or 2 women in each one, and they all smiled at me rather gorgeously. I was like, hi, hi. Do you know what I mean? I was and I was like, felt fucking amazing, and like, it shouldn't do, should it? Because that's caring what people fucking think. Isn't it? I've often thought that. It's like, you all care what people think. So when people say lovely shit to you and make you feel good, it's nice, because it's an energy. It's an energy. Like, you know, I'm sure a lot of people would say, oh yeah, he's a man in his 40s and he's single and he's loving the attention from young women. Granted, there's an element of that. How could anyone say that there wouldn't be? But how would anyone of any gender or sexuality or whatever be fucking not kind of like quite flattered by that? Particularly when it's something that is so expressively weird to a lot of people, has been so extraordinarily difficult to come to fucking terms with as well, and actually sort of managed to kind of integrate us into, you know, into just being me, and I've pretty much smashed it. To be fair, I only started putting makeup on a year ago. It was pretty much a year. I saw my cousin the other day, and I mentioned it. I said, was I wearing makeup? She said, no, you were just starting to. You were talking about it, and you said you wanted to try it. And I was like, oh my God, yeah, that's right. And I think I bought something that day. She said, there was something that I bought that day, or something that I did that day, or I'd got some the night before. It was right on the cusp of when I was first experimenting with mascara and eyeliner. That's where it started. But I like, you know, I'm still me. I'm still fucking me. I'm just me. I'm just me. This isn't quite the white wig for me, but it's not far off. I will play with my hair a lot like a girl. So I'm going to do this in front of you. Yeah, FaceApp's coming back out. Because obviously it always sees me as a woman these days. It never sees me as a man anymore, hardly ever on FaceApp. But then you can feminise them, and I did some pics this morning in this with clothes on. But with the wigs tomorrow, with the hottest one, I'm going to do like a lingerie fucking set and put them on. So this is quite glamorous the bigger it gets, this wig. But that was it. What I didn't like was someone actually messed it up. I need to write back to her, because she said it needs to be up natural, and I get what she was saying. But firstly, I've got my braids in the way. But secondly, it's like natural is, I'm naturally a man. And like when I first put it on with makeup on, I was like, hang on, I look blokey. I don't look, you know, it kind of almost ruined it, the appearance of it. With it up like that, I look more like me, I think. But then with it lower, I don't know, not that quite that low maybe. It just looks, I think that looks more female. I don't know why. It just does. Because if you're going to look like a female, at least look like a female. But I do like that I flip from one to the other. Like my face will look one way and I look like a bloke, and then look the other way and I look like a woman. And I love that. I like the confusion of it. Because I've been fucking confused. So why the fuck shouldn't you be? Is my logic really? I think that was pretty much fair. The amount of confusion that I fucking had. And this is what, like, I have said it before, but I was going to say it last night about how people get annoyed with me and they're just allowed to fucking go. And I sit there and think, like, every single one of you pisses me off to that amount, but I'm never allowed to mention it. But that's all of you, right? And then you lot have only got me. And then you've got all your other normal people that don't piss you off the way I do, and that you don't end up shouting and screaming and telling to shut the fuck up. Or stop answering the phone too. So that's a little unfair. So I think me wishing that you're confused as much as I've been is like, that's fine with me. I'm okay with that. But it's been like mental healthically a nice day as well. I trained. I went to lock up. I saw my gorgeous girlie there. I love her. What was it? She called me wonderful, I think it was. Wonderful. She's very Chanel-y, as I call it. And she's just, yeah, she's just lovely. She's very, very girly, and she does my girliness. And but I was chatty. I wasn't, it wasn't that moody. I was a bit. The last couple of days, I have been a bit just with anything, and then I'm dropping stuff and getting more clumsy, and then just this clumsiness makes me want to fucking smash things to shit. Fucking hell! Coming home tonight, I had my little unicorn bag, and I bought a hairbrush to try and sort this fucking frizziness out. And I'd sort of slightly overloaded my bag, and then I had to get my stuff that I did for dinner out, and I kept dropping things. I dropped about 15 things. Some things got dropped like 3 or 4 times. I couldn't find my fucking fish. I bought some fish, and I was around at the end. My car is so fucking full of shit. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I couldn't find 2 fucking portions of haddock in a packet in a car. It took me about 10 minutes to find them. And this was getting in my way. So I did nearly have a bit of a hissy fit and fling the fucking wig down the road. I've been like that a lot, but like generally today, it's like, well, yeah, because I was getting positive attention and shit like that. Yeah. Similar to the bike rides. That was it. I stopped at Burger King, and the lad that served me, he was like, I can't remember what it was. He talked about the weather or something. It's a lovely day or whatever. And I said, yeah. And he said, what are you up to today? I said, I think I might go down the beach, because that was originally my intention, was to go on a bike ride. I didn't go yesterday. I was gonna, but it was a fucking agony. It was a bad pain day. Yesterday was a bit of a write-off, really. Standing up was fucking torture. Literally, just straightening up. It's like, oh no, man, sit down, fucking sit down. And then he went, hang on, are you the bloke that rides up? And that was it. No, I didn't say the beach. I said, I'm just going to get out on my bike. That was it. So I didn't even mention anything. I said, I'm going to get out on my bike. He said, hang on, are you the bloke that cycles up and down all over Bournemouth? And I went, listening to techno. And he went, yeah. And he was like, mate, do it. He said, it's awesome seeing you. You've got such a lovely vibe about you. So, like, it was very therapeutical last year. It can be very therapeutical again this year. I think it was April I started. It was a bank holiday. Is that April? Was it May? Was there one in April? I don't fucking know. I'm very much aware that you can't even fucking answer me right now. But it was like 3 weeks before a bank holiday, because it was the bank holiday that I got threatened with being murdered in Southampton for dancing on my own 10 metres from anyone. And I was recommended to be hung from the cranes of Southampton docks, publicly hung, because I was spreading my germs everywhere. I did have a big germ spreader and a big, massive fucking jar with germs, right, and a skull and crossbones on it, and I was spooning germs out and then ladling them onto the fucking tarmac, and then using the back of the spoon with a gentle rolling motion and spreading my germs, just patting them all out nice and evenly, and then I was sick on them for good measure. um, but I can remember saying at the time, what the fuck are you talking about? Bournemouth locals and people invading the beach. I've been coming here for 3 weeks and it's been fucking loaded with people. And the council had fucking opened all of the food places. All of the food places. And they all sold beer. So what do you think people are going to do? They live by the beach. They're allowed out in the air. They're socially distancing. The toilets were open. They were being encouraged to go down there. There's no sign saying, well, there was a beach too busy. Go home. Save lives. Ugh, horrible, manipulative, fucking, massively hypnotic fucking sign, basically encouraging people to stay down there. Yeah, that was all. That was another time I was threatened to be murdered. It happens like about twice a year. I get threatened with being killed. I really do. I really do. Well, like, there's been a lot of big fucking online witch hunts against me. Lots of them. Fucking lots of them. Like, I gave someone some advice earlier. She said about people being nasty. She said people were taking the piss out of her. And I said, well, if they take the piss out of you, that's it, calling her a show off. So if they call you a show off, I said, of course I'm a fucking show off. It's hard not to be when you're this fucking beautiful, and then walk away from them, shake your ass, blow them a kiss, and say, now you can just dream of my fine ass as I walk away from yours and swing your fucking hips. Guaranteed it will work. If you carry it off, it fucking works. I've done that one. Have I done that one? I've done half of it, I think. Yeah. I think I've done half of it. But actually, I think I might have done both halves. Like the first half is like there's versions of it. Do you know what I mean? God, you're a fucking show off. Yeah, well, I've got shit worth showing off, mate. That's why, or just anything like that. But it's true. It just takes the wind out of people's fucking sails. They're trying to get fucking rise out of you. So you just go with it. It's pretty fucking basic. But what I said to her was like, don't be scared to walk away from anyone. I've walked away from all sorts of people now. I'm getting better and better at it. I didn't say that bit to her. I just said, like, if they're being really nasty, and say sorry, why are you taking the fucking piss out of me? And if they get shitty, if they get even shittier or whatever, so look, I'm not getting shitty. I'm just asking you why are you taking the fucking piss out of me. I'm just trying to talk about something. And most people, if they were your friends, they would be like, mate, sorry, dude, I didn't want to come across like that. And you'd be like, okay, cool. Can we just talk about something else then? Do you know what I mean? But if they get really shitty, I'll just fucking walk away from them then. Fuck off and keep doing whatever you're doing. Don't change, don't stop. Just keep doing it. And that's what I've been doing. So there's literally advice, life advice. And the right people will come. You can keep walking away from everyone. Anyone. You can walk away from everyone. And it's not running away, and it's not being a loser, and it's not accepting defeat. It's just using your time. Like, even using your time on your own is better than using it with the wrong energy, with people who are going to just use you to belittle and make themselves feel good, and make you feel shit and ineffective and inadequate and all that sort of shit. And they call themselves joking. They say that they like you, and they're just taking the teasing you. It's like, fucking hell of a lot of mate. Hell of a lot of mate. You've got to look at what else is going on in the fucking friendship with people. But yeah, walk away, and keep walking away. And then the ones that come, and that's what I said to her. I said, the ones that come up and maybe afterwards and go, do you know what? I'm sorry, like, we were a bit rude to you earlier or whatever. You know what I mean? Because that does happen. I've kicked off about things and then, like, really felt in the wrong. And then people will come up and say, I'm sorry afterwards. You know? I said, well, that's how you find out who your fucking friends are. Because friends put fucking petty fucking disagreements and which one won, you know, who was the winner, who was the loser. They put that shit aside and they're just like, just upset someone, that wasn't nice. So like I am kind of in a way a living embodiment of that shit that I've just missed 1444. What a dick. What a cunt as well. But yeah, it's kind of like there's been quite a lot of female affirmation in the right way, you know what I mean? Not just like feeling good about myself, like because I'm feeling that people are flirting with me, but it's more like it's because there's not been a lot of that, but there's been something that feels as good as if it's being approved of and recognized, actually recognized. I exist. It's terribly important to me that I exist, and I know what that is, and I'm rambling again, so I'm going to shut this fucking bimbo blonde ass up of mine and wish you a very good night. And I will see you the next time I see you, which will be whenever I make one of these.